Did you know that in a medical malpractice case here in New York, the defense has an opportunity to have you examined by a doctor of their choosing? What happens if they decide, hey, we're not going to have you examined by a doctor? What's the implication in that? What does it mean for you in your case if the defense chooses not to send you to a doctor to be examined? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. So now, in a medical malpractice case here in New York, the defense has every opportunity to send you to a doctor of their choosing. Why is that? Because they have an opportunity to have a doctor who they select to now examine you, to evaluate your current problems, to evaluate your current disabilities, your current injury. What problems do you have now? And now they have that opportunity to have the doctor read your records, as well as talk to you, and then physically examine you, and then write up a detailed report about his observations, about his examination, and his findings. And now they use that report and the doctor's examination of you at the time of trial to go ahead and to show that, hey, we had our own doctor examine this injured patient, and you know what? Her injuries really aren't that bad. So why is she here, and why is she asking for all this money? That's what they have an opportunity to do. And for the most part, most defense attorneys will actually go ahead and select a doctor to go ahead and have the injured patient examined. But you should know, there are some instances where the defense turns to us and says, hey, listen, we will not be designating a doctor to have you examined, even though we have that right to do so. Now, why would they do that? Well, they'll do that for a number of reasons. The most glaring one is when your injuries are so obvious, when there is no possible way that they can contest how severe your injuries are. In that instance, there is no reason for the defense to go ahead and hire a doctor to then examine you and then come in to testify at trial. Why? Because it'll be a waste of their time, energy, and resources if they can't contest the severity of your injuries. But that's few and far between. For the most part, they are going to have you examined. In a wrongful death case, let's say you've brought a lawsuit on behalf of a family member who has died. Obviously, there's no way for them to do a physical examination. So there's no need for them to designate a doctor to go ahead and examine someone because they can't. So that's an obvious reason. So why do I bring this up? I bring this up to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in these medical malpractice cases here in New York. I recognize that you have questions that need answers. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but haven't done so yet because you still need those questions answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your questions. You know, I do this every single day and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.